when we're trying to start version 2.0 and she's hanging on to stuff, being our own self and move. So what we talked about, right, Cynthia, is moving our magnets. So if our magnets are negative to negative, we're going to move our magnet and start doing our work, grounding ourselves in the world, taking steps toward our own life. And that space, once we've changed our mindset and are moving toward our own self, can draw her toward us. And sometimes she can really throw barbs or throw spears at us. And so if you're a man in that spot, if you're talking with a man in that spot and you want to give him some frame on what she's going through and to stay the course and to know his own worth, what validation could you give him even if she's not reacting well? When we cut the cord of what she's doing and saying, we don't measure our own worth off of that. What are some words that you can give to that man, even if she's not responding very well to your new way of being?
Yeah, so the barbs, the angry things that are coming out, the resentments are kind of an out of proportion way of her showing that the change is a little unsettling to her, and it's a little scary to have you change the dynamic. And if she's been sourcing feeling like her own, like, well, I'm her worth, her power from pushing back against you, or knowing the energetic push pull you guys are in, and like she kind of is filling up on that, she's risking like, well, now what do I hold on to when you change the boat? So we've talked on the show about the 8 pieces of a woman's pie, and in the core of her, she absolutely wants to know that she has worth with you in the relationship, that who she is as a woman does matter and adds value into your life. She wants to know that she is a part of something with you, that she's included on that. And so when you're having, framing times when she's like barbs at you and you're going off and doing your own thing, wherever you are in your relationship, if you want to kind of offer to her like, hey, I really appreciate how you do this, or I saw in this beautiful thing in you today, and I really appreciate how you do that with our kids. And then saying like, I'm going to go take my time to do what's important to me, for myself as a man, and for who I want to be in this relationship. She still may not react, but God, you're giving her a sense of, she's not suddenly just dropped off away from the tribe, that there's a vision that's pulling you forward. It's not just, something that you're doing blindly, but that you are not going to change who and what you are doing in that moment to follow her tide. And in the end, she wants to be flowing with you.
Yeah. She doesn't want to have a dam of her water up. She doesn't want to be the man and have to control everything her own self. She wants to be able to lean in and trust and let her water flow through in your riverbanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is, yes, there's a feeling of power you can get when you feel like you're holding the control as a woman, but it's exhausting, and it's like your breath, the things that make you feel like you're alive are just sucked out of you, and in the end it feels crappy to be acting crappy. So
I like it. Feels crappy to be acting crappy. She or we don't want to be acting we don't want to be acting crappy in that way. Well, that's why you guys come on the show, is this daily renewal. What we just talked about there. So the 3 forms of confidence are what to do, what's the mindset of everything, the spiritual mindset of the situation, and then how do I have the frame, the emotional frame that I want moving forward. And so that's an example of, well, how do we face these situations? I lean on the 3 forms of confidence: how to do it, like what to do, and what's the mindset around it. And that's driven by our values, who we want to be as a man. Like you said, turning our shoulders as a man in the direction we want to go and moving that way with the help of other men. That's why we're here. Love you guys so much.